No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Yes, you can certainly use your favorite jerk marinade from a bottle that you purchase, whether it's online or in a grocery store or whatever. If you head over to CaribbeanPot.com, I have several versions of jerk marinade recipes on there. Some with honey, some with brown sugar, some with orange juice. So many different variations on there. But today we're going to do a quick one. And I'm just using my magic bullet. So what you'll see is I'll give you all the ingredients. However, when I post a recipe to CaribbeanPot.com for the jerk turkey legs in the oven, all the ingredients will be there mentioned as well. What we have, 3 scallion. I'm going to use the juice of 1 lime. If you don't have lime, you can use lemon, or you can use 1/4 cup of orange juice. Totally up to you. I've got brown sugar, black pepper, soy sauce. I'm going to use half of an onion, quite a bit of thyme. I like using fresh thyme. The bay leaf, of course. Did I say garlic? 3 cloves of garlic, some ginger, some olive oil, and that Scotch bonnet pepper. You can use habanero pepper. You can use any pepper that you like. I just think that a good jerk is supposed to be, 1, supposed to be spicy, and 2, if you can, get that Scotch bonnet pepper, of course. And the star ingredient, ladies and gentlemen, allspice or pimento spice. Pimento berries will work, but I'm using, if you have the berries, which is the sort of, it looks like peppercorns almost. If you want to use that, by all means use that. It's much better. You'll get a more pungent flavor from it, a more pronounced flavor from it. My magic bullet tends to not break it down. That's why I'm not using it. But I'm going to give the onion a rough chop, the Scotch bonnet pepper, and the scallion. Remember, when handling hot peppers like Scotch bonnet, wear gloves and wash your hands immediately after with soap and water. If you don't and you touch your piggy, well, yeah, you'll be in pain. Just gonna add some dark soy sauce there just to give it a bit more color. Here are my turkey legs. I am from the Caribbean, which means they've been washed with the juice of a lemon and cool water and drained. If you have lime, you can use that. If you want to use vinegar, just plain old white vinegar, you can do that as well. So what we need to do now, and if you wanted to make some cuts in them, you can do that as well. I'm going to marinate this overnight in a Ziploc bag. So all we need to do now is to grab that impromptu jerk marinade that we made. And by the way, this jerk marinade, ooh, does it ever smell good, boy. This will last in the fridge. You know, if you wanted to put some vinegar in there, you can as well. It will last in the fridge for 5 to 10 days easily. So all you want to do now, and I'm going to do this off camera because I got to wash my hands, and you know, I'm a one-man show, right? So I'm going to place the legs into the Ziploc bag and then pour the marinade in there, massage it, seal it, put it into a bowl in case there's any leakage in the bag. These are from the dollar store, so yo, such as times I'm not affording dollar store things now. But anyhow, we're gonna put it in the bag, pour that marinade all over it. And if you wanted to make the marinade more chunky, you certainly can, right? Because I know some people want chunks of that onion and thyme and everything else. I just went overboard and I just buzzed the crap out of it. But in the bag, overnight in the fridge. Next day, take it out about half an hour before you crank up that oven. And we'll get to that point, but that is where we're at now, and that is what we're gonna be doing. Here we go, pouring that beauty straight in there. You want to scrape that down. I'm going to grab a spoon or maybe a silicone spatula, and I'm going to scrape all of that into here. Give it a good massage, seal them up, put them into a bowl in case it spills. Boom, into the fridge. Massage, massage, make sure everything is covered nicely in that bag. Into the fridge now, but first I'm going to put it onto a cookie tray or maybe a plate just in case this spills. What I forgot to mention, I didn't add any salt in here because the 2 versions, the light soy sauce and the dark soy sauce, will bring that salty element into it. But if you wanted to add half a teaspoon of salt, you can certainly do that. You know, I've said this many times now in my videos. If you follow me on social media as well, I'm trying to cut back on my salt intake, so you'll notice I purposely hold back on the salt, and I highly encourage you all to do the same. Fast forward next day, and all I did was I removed it from the Ziploc that we had it marinating in overnight. Just before I went to bed, I went in and I massaged it just a little bit more, just to make sure everything was coated nicely. This step is optional. Some more fresh thyme, a couple scallions, and a large onion. That's all going to add more flavor as it, it's going to perfume everything further. Plus, later on when we're eating, those big chunks of onion. And you can serve this with your coconut rice, your rice and peas, whatever sort of side dish you want with it. Cast iron pan, you don't need to. You can put it into a baking dish. What I would recommend though is to line it with foil or parchment paper to make cleanup easier later. Since turkey in general can be a bit dry, even though we're using dark meat here, what I will do is to drizzle on just a tiny bit of olive oil, and that's going to help give it some color, and it's going to help maintain not to go too dry. My oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit, so 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to lightly tent it with foil because I don't want it to dry up. Later on we will remove the foil to give it the color. We're just going to push it into the oven now, middle rack, 375. It's been 45 minutes, so 4 or 5 minutes in the oven with the foil on. What I'm going to do now is remove the foil, put it back into the oven. You can see it's starting to pull back, which means it's almost fully cooked all the way through. All I want to do now is develop some color on it, some more color, and that beautiful golden color that you're seeing there. And yeah, it'll be ready. The reason for covering it too is because I didn't want it to dry out while cooking. I wanted that steam, and I'm losing all my steam right now. I wanted that steam to sort of self-baste it as it was roasting off. And one thing I must remind you, if you're using a cast iron pan like this, we have the tendency to forget it's been in the oven and the entire thing is going to get hot. So you may have the tendency to want to grab the handle. No, you're going to burn yourself badly. This is why I have, 2 of them. I'm going to reach. Something felt warm there. Oh, I jumpy. So anyhow, 2 of them back into the oven. One of the things I forgot to mention to you all is to tip your pan. Just grab a tablespoon or something, and you're going to use all of that lovely liquid to baste it now. And that's going to caramelize, because there's a lot of, remember we added brown sugar to here, and some of you may want to add honey, maple syrup, all those different things works nicely in here. Make sure you put some on the onions and all that too, because that's going to help caramelize it and give it that beautiful flavor, that sort of jerk flavor. Remember, and I must stress this every time I do a jerk video, this is oven jerk. Traditional jerk is done. You need the assistance of smoke and pimento wood and all those different elements, but it is minus 27 degrees Celsius outside right now. This is my comforting jerk at home in the oven. 20 minutes later, uncovered, and this is what we got. I did go in and baste it a couple times, and there's some beautiful gravy on the bottom there. So if you're making your coconut rice or your rice and peas, or maybe it's just for salad, it's totally up to you. Couple questions. First one, Chris, do I need to stir them? Well, I didn't. You can flip them if you want to during the roasting process. Totally up to you. And the second question is, can I add other vegetables to this and make it into a one tray sort of meal? Yes, you can parboil some potatoes, and you'll need a bigger roasting pan, of course, and you can put some parboiled potatoes in there, or some mini potatoes with the skin on. You don't need to parboil those. What I would also add is some zucchini, some broccoli, but those things I would add near the end, the final 30 to 45 minutes of cooking, so you don't get soggy zucchini or broccoli or anything like that. If you wanted to add bell peppers in there, totally up to you. Jerk turkey legs in the oven. I hope you all get an opportunity to give this one a try. It's so, man, the entire house smells amazing right now, and I can guarantee you the taste will be beyond your expectations. A great way to enjoy turkey, especially, sometimes it comes on sale at the grocery store, and this is what happened. I found these in the grocery store on sale. Full recipe printable at CaribbeanPod.com. All right, I go on.